What's going on, everyone? Yes, today is another toy review, and yes, the man that stands in front of you is Barret Wallace. Now, this character is from an epic video game by the name of Final Fantasy VII, and this version of him is from Final Fantasy VII Avid Children, which is a CG animated film. Now, this character definitely is a long wait. I've been waiting to have this figure for a very long time just because they never made a Barret figure. And when I seen them actually put prototype shots of them out, it was a must-have. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you what this great figure has to offer, or maybe not so much great stuff has to offer. So right off the bat, let's look at details. I'm gonna bring them in closer so we can see exactly what we're getting here. Let me focus real quick for y'all. And I'll start right there. And off the back, facial expression is really nice. I really like it just for the simple fact that it's not bland. I'm so used to seeing the same bland faces with Final Fantasy or any toy for that matter. They kind of just be the same all the way around. Paint job looks really good. I really like the wash in the pants. It gives a nice texture to it. I'm gonna go ahead and start coming off the side so you can see. Really nice detail. See the veins, the tattoos. Now, this particular version of them, I do like the original, the old school design more than the movie design, but I mean, it's one of the things, once you actually had a figure in hand, you kind of appreciate it a lot more. Because when I first seen the figure, like I said, granted, I was going to get it regardless, but I still wasn't a fan of the outfit per se. And then you can see it in the box, and I mean, it looks good. But then when you actually take it out of the box and you see the type of quality that you're getting, you kind of forget about anything negative. It's actually a really nice, well done figure. The weight on him is nice. He feels hefty. He doesn't feel like he's cheap. So definitely digging this figure a lot. Now, that was a 360 of them. Let's go ahead and do height comparison. They did him to scale really nice with Cloud. And I even, I can't wait to get the other ones so I can see how everybody look together. Go ahead and bring him back a bit. Give me 1 second. We'll move this camera back. There we go. And let's bring Barret back a little bit further. All right. And here's Cloud. And to scale, really nice job. Looks good. They did a really good job. I mean, granted, Cloud might look kind of close to height on him because of the hair, but if you look at where the hairline should be at, they did a real good job on height-wise. So that is a height comparison. Now, Barret comes with 1 extra set of hands and 1 accessory. Now, I will say, unfortunately, it's not too much stuff they could have gave him. They probably could have gave him an extra head or so just to give a different expression, which would have been nice. But they didn't give him much. He didn't really get too many accessories going on or anything that really came extra with him. So let's go ahead and go over the 2 hands. He's going to get a right hand of the metal arm, which is really nicely detailed. Looks really good. And he's going to get a regular hand of the left arm. And this also looks really well done. And the last accessory he'll get, which is this big ass Gatling gun. And this design was straight from the actual CG movie, because his other weapons did not look like this in the old video game. But then again, the old video game graphics wasn't up to part to probably even have something even remotely detailed to this. But it does look good. It actually rotates. It can do a full spin. It gets kind of stuck at some points. I don't know why, but it's not a big deal. But it does, like as you spinning it, you notice it'll stop. But if I push past it, it'll just keep going. So you get that. And I'm gonna show you how that pegs into the arm in 1 second. Let's go over articulation. And I'm gonna show you a few things as I go over that. Alrighty. So on Barret here, they took a different route, and it's actually really great choices. So articulation wise, his head can tilt that far over, that far over, that far up, that far down. Okay, and then if you use the neck joint, it goes about that far. So you can look all the way, put his chin to his chest pretty much. Can't go too much side to side or back to back. Dude, they took a different route. They actually did almost like a and I always go to Metacom because Metacom was like my first 1/6 scale figures, so I know them the best. But they kind of took that route. They actually made a rubber body, which you see most of the time rubber bodies on the figures, on the Players Con figures, like in the Metal Gear line and so forth. But I don't really ever see rubber going up to the neck. So it's actually a seamless, and it looks good. It looks really good actually. Unfortunately, it does prevent him tilting his head due to the rubber on the side, because you can see it right there. It kind of collides into the head. But overall, it doesn't hinder him pushing his head forward. So to me, they did a great job. And what's nice is that at first I thought you can take the jacket off. I mean the vest rather. Go ahead and focus real quick. I thought you could take it off, but then when you actually remove it, you get to see the engineering of the figure, which I'm going to get into that a little bit more as well. But going down to his shoulder, ratchet goes up about that high. Let me go ahead and zoom out a bit so y'all can see more. Goes up about that high. Now granted, you can always go this direction and then push out or whatever the case may be and get it working for you. So it can do a full 360. You have a bicep swivel right there. You have a single hinge right there. It does expose a pretty huge gap down there, but it's nothing that you can't accept or take. We've seen worse. Then going down to his forearm, you can technically turn his forearm due to the accessory. And then he has a single hinge. Let me fix this real quick. Sorry about that. You have a single hinge ratchet joint. Get about that far down, that far up. All right. Now, just to show it to you while we're already over here, you just pull that off. It's nice and firm. You don't gotta worry about it plopping off. I haven't had that problem yet, and I hope that it continues to stay that way. I don't continue to have a problem out of it. He supports this arm really well. So push it in. I'm gonna zoom out. I'll bring him back some, so you can see exactly. There we go. So arm to side. It's a nice lengthy figure. I mean lengthy weapon arm. So that's how that works. On the other arm, bring it back in. There we go. Swivel, single hinge, ratchet joint. Not a huge gap like the other arm. And you get about that far down, that far up. All right. Going into like the inner part of the shoulder blades. What I want to show you, which is cool, and that's why I said it reminds me of Metacom figures. Go ahead and focus real quick. They use their style door hinge. kind of like how Metacom figures do it. And it's a lot better. It's more secure. You don't have to worry about it breaking off because it's a thick peg going into the body. And it just looks nicer. It doesn't look weird when you actually shift the arm forward. So if I shift that arm all the way towards the chest, it has a nice amount of range without looking awkward with that big ass piece of plastic that used to kind of like plop out like prior. And I noticed Cloud has the same functionality, but Cloud is hindered because of his outfit. So his outfit actually prevents him from getting his arms close to his chest due to that. And because this is so open and a lot more softer plastic, you can do that type of motion on this figure. So that's really nice to have. Now going down to his midsection, he'll go about that far forward, which is barely anything. Going back, he'll go about that far back. Let me zoom out so you can see a little bit more. That far back. Tilt wise, go about that far over, go about that far over. So it's not much. Going down to his waist. This is really stiff. I don't want to mess with it too much or break anything, but he can't do a full 360. It is on a ball joint. You go about that far over on tilt. That far. Go about that far back. And about that far forward. Okay. Now going down to his legs. Because he's a more hefty character, go down. He actually can't do the splits like Cloud can. So his leg cannot go out that far. So be careful, you don't want to break anything. Sorry about that, y'all. There we go. So it'll go about that far. That is as far as his legs will go. Do not try to force it because it's just too thick to actually go up. Now, going forward, he actually has a higher range of a kick than Cloud. And then going backwards, same thing. He actually has a little bit more range than Cloud does. So, a little trade-off. You don't have a like thigh cut, kind of like how Cloud figure was. You actually can only swivel at the groin area. So that's as much swivel you're going to get out of that figure. Going down to the knees. Double hinge. There we go. Really nice bend. And it looks kind of awkward because it's still brand new. So it's still kind of stiff, but looks really good. Still happy with it. Now going down to the boot. Zoom in real quick. Sorry. Focus. He don't get no type of he doesn't get a swivel here, so that doesn't turn. You only can count on the joint down here, so this can swivel a tad bit. It can go about that far up, that far down, and then he actually get a toe joint, which really nice amount of range. So that is all that you get out of Barret. Do I like this figure? Yes, I really do. I actually found myself liking these Avid Children figures a whole lot. Like, I didn't think about getting them until Cloud came out, because when Cloud came out, I was like, no, I gotta get them now. Fuck it. I already got Cloud, and when I seen the Barret come out as well, he was a must. But I was just even more happy when I got the Cloud figure. So you're gonna see me with the other figures. I don't know how I'm gonna get Vincent, because Vincent is damn near $250 now on the internet, and I don't see myself spending $250 on no Kai figure. Not gonna happen. I might have to catch him a lot lower, just because the chances that we take when we buy Kai figures in the first place of shit being loose or falling apart, I kind of don't want to spend $250 and then find out he broke in the box or something ridiculous. And you can't even blame it on the person you buying it from, because they might sell you a sealed figure. They didn't have no idea that can happen. So I really have to pick my battle well when if I do decide to get them. But overall, I do really like these Final Fantasy figures. So if you're a fan of the movie, if you're a fan of the old title, I would say pick him up. I mean, he's really nice. It's really well done. Really good figure. Overall, hope this review helped out. Please don't forget to leave me feedback. Don't forget to drop a like. Definitely subscribe. I will have more toys to review for y'all. I actually just seen in my box that I will be having, I don't know if anybody interested in seeing that, but I do have a 1/6 scale Hot Toys Arkham Asylum Batman. He's actually in stock. I was actually really shocked because he been getting pushed back for the last like 3 months or so. So I will be reviewing him very soon. So you'll be seeing that pop up very soon. And I also will be doing a Ray review from AX2 Studios. I know a few of y'all asked me to review that on Instagram, so I'm gonna make sure I do that. But overall, thank you for coming, and y'all have a great one. Take care. What's going on, everyone? Yesterday, what the fuck?